Alright, Luke Wood here with Woodswald Outdoors. Just out here getting ready for trapping season. Got my traps out and I'll just show you what we're doing here. So pretty much as you can see here, I got some canine traps laid out. And if you can see here, I spread the jaws here and just put something in there so when I dye them, they get some dye in there in between the jaws. And I got some rigged up with grapples, and some are these earth anchors here that you drive into the ground. They'll go straight down into the ground there, and then when you pull up, they'll go sideways and it'll hold them in the ground. Right here, I got a small boiling pot, just some metal rods holding it up over the fire. So this is just from an old hot water heater, and you can see it's starting to spin around in there. I think we're getting closer to a boil, but once this starts to boil, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my trap dye in there, just logwood trap dye. So you dye your traps, and it just makes them easier to blend in. It's part of keeping them scent free. I'm going to wax them too. I'll show you how to do that, and we'll get back to you when I start the boiling process. Okay, Luke Wood here. So I was just at a rolling boil, so I know my container's up to temperature. It just started boiling over a little bit, so the fire died down a little bit. So I'm ready to start dyeing stuff. So here's some of my earth anchors. Just gonna get them in there. You can see how they've already started to change a little bit in color. But so those will go in. Then I'm gonna put some drags in for now. And a couple traps. This is a Bridger 1.5 coil spring. Here's another Bridger 1.5 coil spring. Victor number 4 square jaw coil spring. And a Duke number 4. And into the pot that goes. And you can see I'm wearing a glove. That's not only to protect myself, but to keep my scent off the traps. Just trying to be very scent free about this, because predators are aware of human scent, and that's also why I'm going to wax them. So I'm just going to finish pushing these down in the traps, and then I'm going to let them start to boil again, and I'll take them out and I'll hang them. Well, it's brought back up to temperature, so I'm going to pull the earth anchors out for now. Give them a little shake, and you can see there they're mostly dry. That's how I know I brought them up to a good temperature. Now I'm going to bring them down here, and I'm going to hang them up to finish drying. Just down here on the fence. And, a little bit rough, but just going to hang them there and let them dry and not touch them until I need to use them. Alright, I'm going to pull out my drags now. Got a mess in there, but if you look at that, 3 drags and chains, and they come out dry. So I'm just going to go hang them up by the earth anchor. Alright, now I'm going to start pulling some traps out. I just made this little hook out of some wire. I mean, normally I could use like a little gaff or something that would work a lot better, but I'm going to try to just get one trap. There's that. Here we go. There's a number 4 coil spring, and I'm just going to go hang this up on the fence. Luke Wood here with Woodswald Outdoors. As you can see here, I'm melting down my wax, so I can wax my traps. It's just on my propane grill. It's a lot safer to do it that way. You don't have to worry about the open flame or anything, and it's just got a Bridger 1.5 here wired open, so that she won't come unset when I put her in there. It'll get a better wax coat this way. You wax your traps to keep them scent free, keep the scent sealed in there so the predators won't smell it, and I'll show you what I do with it after I wax it. As you can see here, I have a trap in the wax. If I had a couple more blocks of wax, it would be perfect. but I'll end up dipping the underneath of this one. So just remember, leave your trap in here until it reaches the same temperature as the wax. Pull it out and be very careful with it, and then hang it up to dry. Stay safe. Well, here's 6 coon cuffs here. I got some of my water traps out. You know, I painted up the coon cuffs, dyed those water traps. Here's some of my predator traps here that I just finished waxing. I'm gonna leave them all wired open overnight to let the wax finish hardening up, and then I'll snip the wire and just leave them out here until it's time to go trapping. Luke Wood here with Woods Wild Outdoors. I just got my order from F&T Trading Post. Got my trap tags came in, 100 for me and my old man's, and you can see here your trap tag is stamped. Let me just cover up my address. But you can see there it's got my name there, Luke D. Wood, and it's got to have your address on there, and put that on all your traps and shows that it's yours. And so if the game wardens check your traps, they know who to contact to talk about them or whatever, and they look you up, make sure you have a license, make sure you're all legal and everything. Alright, Luke Wood here with Woods Wild Outdoors. I'm just doing a little bit of a scouting for trapping season. This is a saltwater marsh here, drains out to the ocean. This is a nice bridge that they put in here, and right here is a great, fantastic spot to set a trap, really, because the tide will rise, but critters, you know, are going to be raccoons and mink. Are really, this is a main travel way for them to go out and do some of their hunting. Both sides of this bridge you can set a foothold or a coney bear. I actually see some raccoon tracks here, but this is just a key location to keep in mind when trapping spots like this. Gang set a couple traps here and have good success. Alright, Luke Wood here with Woods Wild Outdoors. This is just, you know, where I hang my traps, but here's just an example of like a drowned wire. So this is just regular fence wire for your electric fence that I put in a drill and doubled over. And so I just got a swivel here, but it acts as a locking device. So say this was, imagine right here is a banking, and this is the water here that weight is down in. And I got this number 2 set here in, say, a pocket set or something. I catch the mink or the raccoon, or, you know, even a muskrat, and naturally, to get away from predators, they go down to the water, and they get down in the water, and then they cannot get back up, because right here you can see this swivel. It'll let it slide down freely, but when it tries to go up, it locks in place unless you have human hands and you can slide it up like that. So that's just an example of one drowning set. It's great, as I said, for, you know, mink or raccoon, muskrat. It's really a valuable set to put in your bag of tricks when you're out there on the line.